The first Invincible, Captain America is one of Marvel's most popular and most beloved superheroes. Let's visit one of the main characters of Marvel to find answers to questions such as how Captain America gained his life, his powers. Captain America, one of the main characters of Marvel, and the first Invincible, was born Stephen Grant Rogers on the 4th of July, 1914. He opened his eyes in Manhattan, New York. Born into a poor Irish family, Steve lost his father when he was a child, and later Steve is shaken by the death of his mother, who contracted pneumonia. The upbringing that Steve Rogers received from his parents in childhood, and perhaps the atrocities and wars that he experienced and saw, gave him the desire to help people to be honorable. It has been a great factor in instilling feelings of humility and virtue. Steve Rogers worked as a newspaper distributor for a while. He continued to study at the art school. Young Rogers, who excelled in art, became a good painter with the knowledge he learned from school. Steve Rogers, whose childhood also took place in the city of New York, had a frail childhood. His weakness is caused by other children. It caused him to be ostracized or even beaten. In this loneliness, Steve's only friend has been Bucky, whom we know as the Winter Soldier. Bucky, who has recently become a soldier, often calls Steve. He saved them from being beaten. The young captain didn't run away from the fight even in his frail state. Even the legendary line, "He has always managed to stand up straight with the words,"
I can do this all day.
etched in our memories, and with his structure that never gives up. This structure of Steve will make him a very strong leader in the future and turn him into someone who will save the lives of the whole world many times over. Steve's being a soldier. One of the biggest factors in his desire was that he wanted to make the world a better place, because at the time he lived, Europe was occupied by the Nazis. Steve didn't want to be a spectator to this situation. However, every time he applied for military service, he was rejected due to his weakness and illness. Of course, this situation has never made Steve give up, and his efforts have finally brought him success. At the time of Steve's enlistment, Dr. Abraham Erskine, he was trying to create a super soldier and make a super serum to defeat the Nazis. At the end of his studies, Dr. Abraham Erskine should have found a soldier who could take this serum as soon as possible and injected the serum. One day, the general will decide to choose the person who will now receive the serum during the training of the soldiers. Although Steve was weak, his efforts attracted the general's attention. He tells General Rogers that he can join a top secret project called the Rebirth Project and tell him that he can fight the Nazis, but if a mistake occurs in the serum, he will die instantly, tells. Eager to fight for this country, Steve agrees to take the serum. Rogers successfully completed weeks of tests, and his endurance and intelligence straightened 4 times as much as the capsule he entered. He came out superhuman. The American government, Captain America, he gives the task to go after the Red Skull, the leader of the anti-intelligence organization. Rogers wears a self-designed costume and bulletproof shield, and he picks up the pistol. He begins his service as an infantry private at Camp Lehigh in Virginia. He takes his best friend Bucky with him, and they go on adventures together. During the adventures of Franklin D. Roosevelt presents Captain America with a new shield. The captain in the movie, the father of Tony Stark, whom we know as Iron Man, who gave his shield, he was Howard Stark. This shield is made of different steel alloys and vibranium. He took his final form after fusing with an unknown catalyst. Now Captain America has a very special shield with Bucky. During World War II, they fight Nazi forces as members of the invaders team. Later, Captain America, who caused trouble in America and the unstoppable Waxman fights with Hangman, Fang, Black Talon, and White Death. Sometimes Bucky is also joined by the Sentinels of Liberty team to Captain America assists. In 1945, as World War II nears its end, Captain America and Bucky try to prevent Baron Zemo from destroying a test plane. While Bucky is destroying the bomb, the plane explodes in the air. The Rogers crashes from a height of several meters into the icy ocean below. They are both considered dead, but much later it will be understood that both of them are alive. Thanks to the power of the serum circulating in his veins, the captain's body, which survived death and froze at the bottom of the ocean for years, was brought to life by the Avengers who found him. It has been returned. After Captain America came to his senses, he joined his team and eventually became their leader. He has stumbled many times in the face of the ideals of a changing world, and over time, he lost confidence in the government. Captain America fights not for profit, but for the values he believes in. He doesn't trust the government, and all he wants is the good, because this is the right thing to do. Captain America does not have spontaneous super abilities, the maximum limit that the human body can carry due to the influence of the super soldier serum and Vita-Ray rays. He has been endowed with endurance, speed, reflexes, recovery, and intelligence. The serum prevents the accumulation of the lactic acid in the muscles, thanks to which it is much more than a normal person. He can use his muscles fully functionally for a long time. He can bench press 545 kg, run 1.6 km in 73 seconds. He has been able to stay hungry and thirsty under the ice for years. He is immune to all kinds of gases and hypnosis. The training he received in the army and the tasks he received enabled him to gain tactical experience. His friends plan his. He finds it very solid and wise. Thor once said that only Captain America could take orders from him among people, and he decamped to the gates of Hades. He said he could watch. Captain America uses elements of judo, Western boxing, kickboxing, and gymnastics as the fighting style. Survival, acrobatics, he received intensive training in military strategy, espionage, piloting, and explosive. As for the weapons used by the captain, his shield is the first of them. The captain's shield, made of vibranium steel alloy, is able to absorb violent blows like the Hulk's fists without reflecting the recoil to the owner. It also allows the captain to hit multiple targets in one shot, as he can bounce off the flattest floors without losing much speed. Another weapon used by Captain is Mjolnir. In the comics, Steve Rogers managed to lift Mjolnir hammer, which was divine powers that only the worthy can lift. In addition, in the Age of Ultron movie, we were given the message that the captain can remove Mjolnir, and in the final scan of the Avengers Endgame movie, Mjolnir against Thanos, he lifted it. In the comics, Bucky took over the costume after the captain's death, and then Falcon continued this task. In the final scan of the Avengers Endgame movie, the captain handed over his shield to the Falcon. Yes, friends, we have come to the end of the video. If you like the video, subscribe to my channel to like it. Don't forget to be on open notifications at once. Take care of yourself until the next video. Goodbye.